It started with a ridiculous idea. "Why don't we just fake date?" Eric said casually, tossing a popcorn kernel in his mouth. I laughed, stretching out on the couch. "Why the hell would we do that?" He leaned forward, smirking. "Think about it. No more people asking why we're still single. No awkward setups. Plus, it'll keep annoying exes away." I rolled my eyes. "And what do I get out of it?" He grinned. "A hot, devoted boyfriend. In public, at least." I should have said no, but I didn't. Instead, I shook his hand and sealed the deal with 6 words. "Fine, but no physical stuff." His smirk deepened. "Whatever you say, sweetheart." I had no idea what I'd just signed up for. I thought it would be simple. A few dates, some hand-holding, maybe a couple of staged Instagram posts. I was so wrong, because Eric took his role seriously. The first time he slid an arm around my waist at a party, I nearly forgot how to breathe. "You don't have to do that," I whispered. He leaned in, his lips grazing my ear. "People are watching." My pulse spiked. Right, it's just for show. But he didn't stop there. He called me babe in front of our friends, pulled out chairs for me at restaurants, and tucked strands of hair behind my ear like we were actually a couple. The worst part? It worked. Everyone believed us, maybe even me. We had rules. No touching unless necessary, no texting late at night, and absolutely no real feelings. We broke the first one fast. One night, we were at a club when some guy got too close to me. Before I could react, Eric had his arm around me, pulling me against his chest. "She's with me," he said, his voice dark, firm. I stared up at him, my heart hammering. The guy muttered an apology and left, but Eric didn't let go. His fingers stayed on my waist, his thumb grazing the curve of my hip. I should have pulled away. Should have reminded him this wasn't real. Instead, I whispered, "You didn't have to do that." His eyes flickered to mine. "Yeah, I did." Something changed that night. I felt it. I think he did too. The problem with pretending? Sometimes you forget you're acting. One evening, we were at a wedding, playing our usual roles. "Let's give them a show," he murmured before twirling me onto the dance floor. I laughed as he spun me, my dress swishing around me. His hand rested just a little lower, on my back. His gaze lingered on my lips a little too long. It was dangerous. Then, later that night, as we sat in his car, he turned to me. "You ever think about what would happen if we weren't faking?" he asked, voice low. I swallowed, hard. "We are faking." His eyes held mine. "Yeah, but what if we weren't?" The tension between us was suffocating. I wanted to cross the line. Instead, I forced out a laugh. "That would be a disaster." He smirked, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Yeah, total disaster." Then he turned the key in the ignition, and just like that, the moment was gone. I should have ended it there. Walked away before it got worse. But I didn't. I let it continue. Let him hold my hand. Let him whisper things in my ear. Let him make my heart race for no reason at all. Until one night, when I couldn't pretend anymore. "I can't do this," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. Eric's jaw clenched. "Why?" I exhaled shakily. "Because I broke the only rule that mattered." His hands balled into fists. "Which one?" I looked away. "I fell for you." Silence. A heartbeat. Then, "Look at me," he murmured. I did, and before I could process what was happening, he reached for me, cupping my face in his hands. "You think you're the only one?" His voice was rough, breathless. "I've been in love with you since before this even started." My heart nearly stopped. "Then why didn't you say anything?" I whispered. He exhaled a laugh, shaking his head. "Because I was scared you'd run." I was still trying to process his words when he leaned in, not for a fake kiss, not for a show. But because this time, it was real. And when our lips finally met, I knew this was never an act. It never had been.